host, Jacqueline Job. Empowering others to excel with your host, Jacqueline Job. Are you ready to be transformed? I'm here to uplift, encourage, motivate, and inspire. Empowering others to excel with your host, Jacqueline Job.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Empowering Others to Excel. I am your host. I am your empowerment strategist, Jacqueline Jobs. I want to thank my WMEG listeners, those who tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I want to say good morning to you all and thank you for tuning in today. I hope y'all all are having a great Saturday morning. Good morning. Now, before we start, I want to let those know who have been following me on Facebook and Instagram. I did not do my walk yesterday. Remember, my goal is 3 times a week. I did not do my walk yesterday. So guess what? Am I going to wallow in it? Nope, I'm just going to pick it back up. So yesterday, I have to do my walk today. So this will be my second walk of the week. And then next week, I'm going to pick it back up and I'm going to do better. So just so y'all know, if y'all following and y'all trying to do y'all things and y'all mess up, guess what? It is okay to mess up. It is okay to forget a day. Just pick it back up. Don't say I missed that one day, so it's all done. No, just pick it back up. So yes, right after this session today, I will be going out to get my walk in. So good morning to those who are tuning in. All right, our topic for today is moving forward. Things are changing for the better. Are you ready for the new? That is our topic for today. And I just sat and thought about it because we have a lot of new people who are starting to come in on these sessions. And I realized that they're probably like, okay, I'm missing the beginning part. If you have missed the beginning sessions, because we build upon each session, each week we're building. So if you feel as though like, wait a minute, y'all are too far ahead, go back on YouTube. Go on YouTube under Empowering Others to Excel and start from the first session and work your way up. Because the sessions start off with identifying yourself, self-awareness. And it builds your way up, building confidence, all of those things to where we are right now. Because there have been some people who have been tuning in since day one. We are on segment 35. Segment 35 or session 35. I call them sessions because these are our sessions. So we're on session 35. So that means if you need to start from session 1 and work your way up, go on YouTube, find the sessions and just watch them. Take notes and you can listen to them because most of the time when I'm looking at things on YouTube, I don't sit and watch. I listen because I'm multitasking. So listen to them while you're doing other things and pull out what you need to pull out to encourage yourself. That's going to uplift you and motivate you and push you to your next. So pull those things out. So I encourage you to go back on YouTube and find the segments and just start from session 1 and work your way up. Because each session, each week is building upon the other. It is building upon the other. Because our session from last week was, let me see if I can pull it up. Preparing your life for what you're praying, believing, hoping, and dreaming for. That was the session from last week. So now we're at our session for this week. And they're building upon each other. Moving forward, things are changing for the better. And are you ready for the new year? So once again, if you feel as though you missed some things, we do repeat some things throughout the session, but always go back on YouTube and look at the previous sessions. They are there to help you. So go back. So good morning to those who are tuning in. Good morning. So I hope y'all feeling good. I hope y'all got y'all pencils and papers and y'all ready to take some notes today. So moving forward, past is behind us, we're moving forward. Things are changing for the better, and are you ready for the new year? Are you ready for the new year? Now, I hope those who are tuning in, you feel as though you're in that season where you are ready for the new year, where you feel as though things are moving forward and they're not stagnated. Because if you have been tuning in from day one, if you started from day 10, session 10, you should have been working on yourself throughout those sessions. Because each session we are working on ourselves. Why? Because we're becoming better. We want to become better. We want to grow. We don't want to stay stagnated in the same old, same old. So I hope that today you are at that point where you're like, yes, I am moving forward. Yes, I feel that progression in my life. Yes, I realize things are not like they used to be. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. Things are changing for the better. So no, they're not like what they used to be. Things are changing for the better. And are you ready for the new year? Now, change is happening. If you desire to grow, there will be change. There will be change. And I need you to know that that change, sometimes it is not going to be comfortable, but I need you to continue to push forward and move with the change. Move with that change. The real question that I want to ask you is, are you willing to grow into the version of yourself that your next season requires? Are you willing to grow into the version of yourself that your next season requires? Because I can stop and think for myself, yes, I have moved into a new season. I have moved into a new season. Because once again, everything that I'm telling you all, it hits me first. It hits me first, and then I'm working on me. So I am moving into a new season. I already call myself the boss lady, the CEO. For those who do not know, I have several businesses, and I am putting in the work to see those businesses grow. But now, this season right here, I am the boss lady. Before, yes, I was like, I have businesses. Yes, I have businesses. My businesses are, and I will run the names all, but no, now I am the boss. I am the CEO. Things have to go through me. So the question I'm asking you is, are you willing to grow into the version of yourself that your next season requires? Think about that. Are you willing? Because you have to be willing. If you're not willing, then you're not going to go there. You're not going to go there. So you have to be willing. Now, change is already in motion. Change is already in motion. If you say, yes, I am one of those people, change is in motion. If you say, yes, I want to grow, change is in motion. Why? Because just from you saying yes, something, your mindset had to shift. Your mindset had to shift. So once you said, yes, this is what I want, you started thinking, okay, so now what do I have to do? That should have been like the first question. This is what I want. So now what do I have to do? So change is already in motion. But better requires becoming. Better requires becoming. Now, I'm jumping ahead of myself because sometimes when we want better, we have to become a person that we don't know. And when we have to become that person that we don't know, we start questioning ourselves. Like, is this real? Like, am I fake? Am I phony? Am I trying to be somebody that I'm not? But I need you to understand that is not what is going on. Now, I'm jumping ahead of myself because that was later on in the session, but it felt as though I had to get it out right now. That is not what is going on. When you require better, it means that you have to become those things that you are seeking after. So yes, you may not have all of the answers, but guess what? You're becoming that individual. So that means you're playing the part. You're playing the part. When you're playing the part, guess what? That playing is preparing you for what it is that you desire. Just like when they say when you're going to a job, you dress for the part. No, it's not that you're fake and phony, but this is what you're seeking after. So that means you're going to dress for that part. You're going to walk in there with confidence. You're going to walk in there looking the part. You're going to walk in there put together like, hi, this is me. Check me out. I want this part. I want this position. And I'm willing to put in the work to do what I need to do for this position. So that is where we are right now. Our change is in motion. And in the process of our change being in motion, we are becoming what we so desire. We are becoming what we are seeking after. And the process of becoming means we had to leave some things behind. We had to pull off some things. We had to see things differently. We had to remove the blinders off of our eyes. We had to go back and change our mindset, our thought patterns. We had to go back and dismiss some of them things that were spoken in our ear gates. Because you were trying to become somebody, you're trying to grow, but you may have had somebody who told you you could not do that. So all your life, you're saying, I can't do that. You're watching other people aspire and they're obtaining what it is that you wanted, but you didn't go after it. Why? Because you had that individual or those individuals, plural, speaking negativity into your life. They were holding you back because they spoke it, you believed it. And therefore, you did not go after what it was that you desire. Now we're in that position and we're in that mindset where we're going after what we want. We are no longer accepting the mundane. We're no longer accepting what others are saying about us because they cannot tell us who we are. We have to know who we are in here. We have to know who we are in here. I'm sorry, WMEG listeners, we have to know who we are inside of our heart. And we have to know inside of our mind who we are. So therefore, once we identify who we are and we have that sure foundation and belief of who we are, no matter what anybody else say, guess what? We're able to say, no, this is who I am and this is what I want. And so this is what I am going to go after. So yet again, change is already in motion. If you desire to become better, change is in motion. You can't step into a new season with an old mindset. You cannot step into a new season with an old mindset. So what does that mean? All of those negative thoughts that you had about yourself, you have to let them go. You have to refute those negative thoughts. So if somebody told you or spoke over your life and said that you were a failure, and then you began to believe that you were a failure, now it is time for you to come back and say, I am not a failure. I am somebody who allows my curiosity to win. I enjoy exploring. I am not afraid of making mistakes. I understand that when I make a mistake, I am learning from it. A mistake is not going to hold me back. A mistake is just going to direct me into the position that I need to be in. I am going to learn from it and I'm going to do better. You have to learn to reframe those negative words that have been spoken over you. And now you are at that place in your life where when somebody chooses to speak negative things over you now in your present, you're not going to accept it because you are different. You are becoming who you desire to be. So that means if you're working on yourself, being able to speak up for yourself, now is that time to speak up for yourself. So when you have those naysayers and those negative people saying discouraging things, guess what? It is time for you to open up your mouth and speak and let the truth be known. That is what is going on. We say it is, we are becoming those things that we so desire. And in order for us to do that, our mindset has to change. Our mindset has to change. Those things that occurred in our past that may have caused us to shy away, that may have caused us to close our mouth, that may have caused us to change our future and our plans that we had for ourselves, that may have caused us to think less of ourselves, those things, we have to actually identify them. We have to identify them and state for what they were, because they are no longer something that is attached to us and that is affecting our lives, because we got healed from that and we moved on from that. So I need you all to understand that. So now we know our change is in motion. So now we're understanding the new you. We're going to get into understanding the new you. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning to those who are tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and WMEG. Good morning. Okay, so now understanding the new you. This is where I say I got ahead of myself. The new you is not a fake you. It is an evolved you. It is an evolved you. Just like if you think about the caterpillar. Yes, because if y'all been watching my little shorts on, what is it? On social media, y'all know that when I was walking, I sat down, there was a bunch of caterpillars on the ground. I had to get up. But think about the caterpillar. The caterpillar becomes the butterfly. But in the process of that, the caterpillar has to go inside of the chrysalis. And inside of the chrysalis, it is changing. It is becoming what it is supposed to be. And then when it matures inside of the chrysalis, guess what? It comes out and it's a butterfly. So now we are working on our new you. We are becoming our new you. So no, it is not a fake you. So when you look at a butterfly, you can't say that butterfly is a fake caterpillar. It's not a fake caterpillar. It is a butterfly. It became what it was supposed to become. So as you're working to become your new person, you can't look at yourself and say, oh, this is fake. No, it's not fake. You're just evolving. You're maturing. You're growing. And you're becoming into this better person. You're changing into this better person. You're transforming into this better version of yourself. So I need you to understand that. Do not walk around saying you're fake or you feel fake. And don't let anybody else say it. No, you're changing. You're transforming. You're becoming better. Remember that. You're changing, transforming. You're becoming better. There's nothing fake here. Nothing fake here. Now, with this new you, during your transformation, these are the things that are going to happen. And they should be happening. You think differently. You think differently. So, for example, if something happens and you're one of those people who reacted first without thinking it through, now guess what? You are thinking differently. Something happened, you're pausing. Put on the brakes. Wait. Let me think about this thing. So you're learning to not react. You have to think it through rationally first. Another thing that's going to happen with this new you, respond differently. Same thing. Respond differently. You're thinking differently. You're responding differently. So you're not reacting. You're not quick to overreact. You're learning to stop, take it all in, and then do what you got to do with it next. Next one is you're setting boundaries. You're setting boundaries. You're not doing every single thing that's being pulled upon you to do. You're setting boundaries and you're going to stay within your boundaries. And as you're growing, guess what? Yes, your boundaries may change. But as for right now, you know how they say, don't despise small beginnings. Start small with them boundaries. Start small with the boundaries. Identify your morals, your values, your beliefs. Create your boundaries. What you want for your life. Create those boundaries. Start small. And yes, at some point you may be able to expand and open up and allow some things in because you're allowing those things in once you know you can handle them. But right now you're in the beginning stages. So start small, create those boundaries. And once you see that you can actually stay within those boundaries and you're growing and maturing and you're starting to develop a different mindset and you're starting to be able to handle different situations better, yes, you can broaden your boundaries. But for now, do not despise small beginnings, but set the boundaries. Another one for becoming you, take responsibility. Taking responsibility. Why? The old you might have just put the blame on everybody and you did not accept those things that you needed to accept responsibility for. But now the new you, you're going to accept it. You're going to take the responsibility. You're going to accept the responsibility. Next one, move with intention. Move with intention. There is a purpose behind your movement. There is a purpose as to why you are doing what you're doing. So while you're moving, you have to remember your why. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Is this something that is going to allow me to relax? It depends on what your why is. I'm just throwing out examples. So for example, if you're going on vacation, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I want to show people that I got money and I can go on vacation? Or am I doing this because this is for my personal health? This is benefiting me. I need to relax. I need to have that moment to debrief away from other people. I need to go and enjoy myself because I'm always doing things for others, but I want to do this for me. So you have to understand your why. You're going to school. Why am I going to school? Is it something that you're going to school for yourself because you want to gain this for yourself? Or are you going to school because somebody else said, guess what? You should go get this degree because I think you're good at that. Are you going to school because you just want the title behind your name? Like if you're getting a doctorate and you just want to say, I'm a doctor, so I'm going to school for that. Why? What is the why? Whatever you're doing, you have to move with intention. And hopefully it is a positive reason as to why you're doing what it is that you're doing. Because remember, everything that you're doing should be helping you to become that individual that you desire to be. Next one, choose growth over comfort. Choose growth over comfort. Once again, as we are changing, transforming, repositioning our lives, everything is not going to go as smoothly as we want it to be. Everything is not going to go as smoothly as we want it to be. We're going to experience some challenges. We're going to experience some obstacles. But in the back of your mind, in the front of your mind, you need to remember, with growth becomes change. With growth comes challenges. With growth comes obstacles. Do not shy away from growth because you are fearful of the change. You are fearful of the obstacles and the challenges. Do not shy away from growth because of that. No, because as you are growing, you are learning what you need to learn to be an overcomer. You're learning what you need to learn to be an achiever. Are you going to master it the first time around? Maybe, depending on who you are. You might be that type of person when you go and do something, first time around, you got it. Or you might be that type of person that I'm going to need to try the second time, I'm going to need to try the third time, but then I'm going to get it. But I need you to not shy away from the obstacles, the challenges, the tests, the trials. It all comes with the territory of becoming a new person. It is all comes with the territory of desiring better, obtaining more, growing, transforming, changing. It comes with the territory. So do not shy away from it. If you are in that place right now and you have an obstacle, you have a challenge, I need you to stop. This is not a time for you to go, you know what, I made the wrong choice, I'm backing out of this. This is a time for you to put it in front of you. Identify what the problem is. So you have this obstacle. This is your problem. Now, identify your why. Why are you here? Why are you here at this moment with this problem? Then after you do that, now you put steps in place. How can I resolve this problem? Because a lot of times, all it takes is for us to actually sit, write it down, talk it out, and then we can see it. You sit, write it down, talk it out, and then it's like, oh, okay. Then once you start writing out those steps, you start putting those steps in action. And then always, once again, go to your support system. Say, hey, this is what I'm dealing with right now. This is what I'm dealing with right now. I have put in place some plans of action. But can you tell me, what do you think? Because sometimes we need that second pair of eyes. We need that second voice. But remember, it is your support system. So you're not just going to any old body. It is your support system. These are people who've been there, done that. They're not going backwards. These are people who are encouragers. They are motivators. They are believing in what it is that you stand for. They believe in what it is that you are going after. So that is why you can share these things with them, because once again, you cannot share everything with everybody. If you do, you're going to get a whole bunch of mixed responses and you're going to be in the world of confusion. And that is not where we want to be. We don't want to be in a place where we're confused because we're listening to everybody. So once again, if you do not have that support system, find your support system. Now, I need you to remember this. Growth is not about becoming someone else. Growth is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming the person that you desire to be, becoming what you were meant to be. Now, I want to ask you a question, reflection time. What does the new version of you look like? What does the new version of you look like? Or what do you want it to look like? There's a new version of you. You want more confidence? Want more confidence so that when you walk in the room, you have confidence. People look at you and they go, oh, okay, I see you. Instead of somebody who's walking in the room, they're hunched over, they're going into a corner. Is that what you want? Is that what the new version of you look like? Does the new version of you look whole and healthy and happy? Is that what you're seeking? What does your new version look like? Did the new version of you mean that you gain more wisdom and insight on a certain topic? You know how to maneuver this life now. You're not always falling short. You're not always confused. You're not always going into the deep depression, because the new version of you know how to handle this now, because you know what triggers you. You know what causes you to go into that depression. So now you know what you need to avoid and the things that you need to do to continue to motivate yourself. Is that what the new version of you look like? So I want you to stop and think, what does the new version of you look like? Does it mean you're going to be a go-getter? You're going to go after things that you want? What does the new version look like? Think about it. If you got to write down a sticky note, stick it on your mirror so that way you see it in the morning. That's me. All right, now do it. Do what you got to do to encourage yourself. Now, once again, transforming, becoming, changing, it is going to be uncomfortable in certain situations. Not all the time. Not all the time. If it's all the time uncomfortable, that means you are doing something wrong. No, there are going to just be certain situations that you're going through, and then you're going to hit a spot where, like, oh, I don't like this. But in the process that, oh, I don't like this, this is a learning. This is something that I'm not used to. And you're not used to it because why? You're becoming something different. And in the process of you becoming something different, you're going to experience things that you have never experienced before. So that is why you're not used to it, because you've never experienced it before. But that doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to say I don't want to do this, I'm going to shy away from it. No, it means, guess what? I need to put on my fighting. I'm getting ready for this battle. I'm getting ready for this because I'm going to defeat this, because I am becoming something better. And I want this for myself. So whatever the obstacle is, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to become an overcomer over this obstacle. This obstacle is not going to defeat me. I'm going to defeat it. That's where you should be. So now, even positive changes can feel difficult. Why? It requires letting go of the familiar. Letting go of the familiar. Sometimes we want to hold on to that familiar because it's comfortable. But sometimes we have to let it go. Next one, it challenges your identity. It challenges your identity. It challenges who you are. It challenges your beliefs, your values, and your morals. And you have to sit there and think, okay, how does this fit into my master plan? How does this fit into God's plan? And you have to work it out through that. Next one, it stretches your comfort zone. It stretches your comfort zone, meaning your comfort zone might be like this. But what is required of you is asking you to step out over here. It's going to stretch you, because you're going to get out there and go, oh, everything looks weird. This is unfamiliar territory. I don't know who or what, who I should be talking to, what I should be doing, where I should be going. I don't know. So that's where it becomes uncomfortable. But guess what? You're stepping out into the new, and you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. So just remember that you have everything within you that you need. So you will figure it out. And the things that you don't understand, go to your who, go to your what. Say it with me, your what? Support system. Go to your support system, and they're going to help you out. Next one, it exposes areas that need growth. Now, that's the big one. That's the big one. When positive change feels difficult, and it's exposing areas that needs growth, because there are certain areas where you thought you were fine. Like, I got this, I'm all right. And then when it is revealed to you that you need growth in this area, you're like, oh, wow. Like, I didn't realize that. And then especially when it causes you to go back and start reflecting on some of the things in your past that you did, and you're like, that's why I did that? Oh my goodness. And then it's like, oh, wow. So you have this big aha moment. So those are some things that happen when you are growing. So once again, even positive change can feel difficult. Why? It requires letting go of the unfamiliar. Requires letting go of the familiar. It challenges your identity. It stretches your comfort zone, and it exposes areas that need growth. Discomfort is often a sign of transformation. It's often a sign of you are transforming. And I didn't say struggling, because when I just said transformation and discomfort, what I thought was somebody wrestling. So imagine you're in your bed, you're trying to go to sleep, you got the blankets on you, and you just tossing and turning, and you just moving and you moving. As soon as I said discomfort is a sign of transformation, that's what I thought of. Because your body, you're wrestling, your mind is wrestling, your body is wrestling with all those new things that are coming in. Because remember, you're transforming. So you're used to the old. You're used to the old you. But now all of these new things, you're obtaining new knowledge. You have to do different things. You have to change and go different places. And now your whole body is like, what is going on? Everything is trying to align itself and figure out, where do I fit in now? So where do I fit in? What should my thoughts be? How should I be acting? How should I be walking? How should I be talking? All of this is happening when you are transforming into the person that you desire to be. So it gets uncomfortable. It gets uncomfortable. You might have been a confident person and you're walking into this room and now all of a sudden you're sweating. Like, what? Like, this is not me, but it is new for you. You were confident because you were in your old self. You were in your old environment. And now you're stepping out into this new thing. And it's like, it's taking you back for a minute, because before you was like, I had this. I knew I had this. And now it's like, whoa, wait a minute. I got to learn some things that I didn't know before. I have to learn how to read the room and see how I should flow, how I should move, what I should say, where I should go, where I should sit. You have to do all of those things. But once again, remember, this is not a fake you. This is a becoming you. You are transforming into the thing that you desire. So do not let that place of uncertainty stop you. It's just a time for you to take a step back, reflect, make your plan of action, and then you attack that plan. That is what that time is for now. When you get into those spots where you just feel uncertain, you're not sure, that's what you do. You create your plan of action. You take a step back. This is what is going on, but this is what I need to do. Create that plan and then execute it. Execute that plan. Execute that plan. You can't grow and stay comfortable at the same time. You can't grow and stay comfortable at the same time. When you're growing, there will be change. And in the process of change, you're going to step into the unfamiliar territory. So that is why you cannot grow and stay comfortable. Because once you hit that unfamiliar territory, guess what? You are no longer comfortable. But remember, yet again, you have everything you need. You have everything you need. So do not be discouraged. Now, let's talk about what you must release to move forward. What you must release to move forward. And now somebody just said, oh my goodness, I gotta let some stuff go. Yes, you have to let some stuff go. If you want to move forward, you have to let some stuff go. Can't hold on to everything. Can't hold on to it. So let's talk about those things that you have to release in order to move forward. You have to release old habits. Those old habits that you were using, that they felt comfortable to you. You have to release them. Negative self-talk. Remember, we are reframing the negative. You have to release the negative self-talk. So those things that you used to do to put down yourself, you used to put yourself down first before somebody else could do it. Yeah. You can't do that anymore. Because you already know that somebody's going to come with a punchline that's just going to try to bring you down another notch. Guess what? No, you can't beat them to the punchline. Instead, you're speaking life over yourself. Come on now. Yes. Yes. So that negative talk has to go away. You have to release fear of failure. Fear of failure. You're moving into the unfamiliar. You're moving into the unfamiliar. And in the process of you moving into the unfamiliar, there are going to be things that you don't know how to do. There are going to be situations that you do not have the answer for. You don't know what the desired outcome is going to be. You're going to experience those things as you're transforming, as you're growing. So that failure, that fear of failure, guess what? You have to release it. You have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded and say, this is what is coming my way. I am going to figure out how to maneuver it, how to handle it. You have to release people pleasing. Where you are going in your future, you cannot be part of the people pleasing crowd. Because when you're part of the people pleasing crowd, that means you're going to get pulled away. That is a distraction to you. Why? Because somebody's asking you to do something, you're going to jump on it. Yes, I can do it. But in the process of you jumping on it, yes, I can do it, and you go do that, you missed out on something that you're supposed to be doing for yourself that was going to better yourself. You changed your whole plan in order to accommodate them, but they weren't accommodating to you. And now you're missing out on things that were going to bless you in some way. So you have to release the people pleasing. However it is that you people please, if it's a financial thing, it's of your time, it's whatever it is, you have to release it and let it go because it no longer benefits you. And guess what? You don't need it. Back in the day, you were a people pleaser because you needed it. You were trying to fill that void. You were trying to fill that void. But guess what? If you have been on these sessions with me, because like I said earlier, we're on session 35. So if you have been going through these sessions with me, you don't need that anymore because you learned who you are. You learned the truth about yourself. And in the process of learning that truth about yourself, you have become your own encourager, your own motivator, your own person who is speaking into you and pouring back into you. So you don't need the people pleasers filling that void. You don't need the people who you're trying to please. You don't need to be jumping up and doing everything that they need you to do because you're trying to fill the void or the lack thereof. You forgot to do something earlier on in life and it caused this catastrophe. And now you're trying to be there for everybody else so that catastrophe won't happen again. But guess what? You realize that was not your fault. Things happen in life that we do not have answers to. Things happen in life we don't have answers to. We don't know why it happened. We don't know the reason for it, but it happened. You have to take from that moment and you have to move on. You cannot carry that. You cannot carry that. That is a part of your healing journey. You can't carry that. So you have to let that go. So in the process of you healing from that, you're healing from allowing the people pleasing or the people who you're trying to please to continue to pull on you. Okay, so the next one is you need to release the past version of yourself. The past version of yourself, meaning that person who felt lost, that person who was insecure, that person who dealt with the trauma but never healed from it. You have to release that past version of yourself. And then you have to release the excuses and limitations. Release the excuses and limitations. So once again, if you're the type of person who always making an excuse because you don't want to do it, because you're not sure about it, you're uncertain about it, you have to release that. Those excuses are not helping you. They're hindering you. So release it. Just like releasing limitations. Some people, yes, you may have some type of disability. You may have some type of disability, but that disability does not mean that you cannot do. So some people, when they see a disability, oh, they can't do. That does not mean that. So you have to release those limitations that have been spoken over your life or the things that you have spoken over yourself. Release them. Release them. I see you, Tammy. I see you, Tammy. It is a work in progress. It is a work in progress. It does not happen overnight. And that journey is not easy. It is a work in progress. But the fact that you know that you have to learn to release that past version, you're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction. Now, you can't carry your past into your future. This is for everybody. You cannot carry your past into your future and expect progress. It is going to hinder your progress. The more you try to bring that past with you is going to hinder your progress. And as I'm saying that and I'm moving my hand because I can see my hand moving, it made me think of somebody with a big bag on their back, and they're carrying this big bag like a big army duffel bag. And you're trying to take everything with you from your past. So you keep putting stuff inside of the bag, but you're trying to move, but you're putting the things in the bag. The bag is getting heavier. And now that the bag is getting heavier, guess what it's doing to you? It's slowing up your progress because you have to move really slowly because the bag is heavy. So you cannot move at the speed that you desire because you're carrying this heavy load. So once again, we cannot carry that past with us and expect progress. That heavy load is holding you back. It is holding you back from those things that you desire, that you want to accomplish for yourself. So you have to learn to let those things go. You have to release them in order to receive what it is that you are working towards. So I want you to stop and think right now and reflect. What things are you holding on to that no longer benefit you? What things are you holding on to that no longer benefit you? It can be past relationships, past friendships. It can be past experiences, past events in your life, past traumas. It can be old verbal abuse, the words that were spoken and you're holding on to them. Because somehow those words were like your lifeline. And people probably looking like, how can the verbal abuse words your lifeline? Because you got so used to hearing the negative, and that's what you thought of yourself. You got so used to hearing those words being spoken to you, and that's what you become to believe. But now, guess what? Those words no longer benefit you. So it's time to release them. Those words, hopefully you realize it no longer benefits you. It never served you in the first place. It was there as a way to manipulate and control you. So like, for example, if you were an individual who was always told that you were never going to be anything, that you were not smart enough, the individual who was speaking that was manipulating you and controlling you. How? Because that individual, they saw your potential. They saw your potential and it scared them. Because if they knew that if you went out and grasped that potential and you went for it, you were going to leave them. And they did not want you to leave them. So they continued to spew that negativity over you. Because they knew that as long as they spoke it, especially if they were a parental figure, they knew that if they continued to speak those words, you are not going to buck against them. You're going to say, this is what they said, so this is what I'm going to believe, and leave it at that. But now, guess what? We have been healed from that. We have been delivered from that. So we understand now the difference between positive speech and negative speech. And we realize that those things that were spoken over us was negativity. It was there to hold us. It was there to bound us. It was there to cripple us. But now we are free from those things. So now we can move forward. So we don't have to believe those lies that were spoken over us. We don't have to believe those lies that were spoken over us, because guess what? We have done the work. We have done the work. And we are fully aware of who we are, and we are fully aware of what we are capable of. So I need you to think about that. So the question I asked, what am I holding on to that no longer fits who I'm becoming? That wasn't the question I asked, but it's the same thing. I said that no longer benefits me. It no longer fits who I am becoming. I want you to think about it. Now, while you're thinking about that, let's talk about preparing for the new you, preparing for the new you, the new season in your life that you are walking in. Let's talk about preparing for it. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. First thing you need to do in order to prepare for the new year, shift your mindset. Shift your mindset. It has to change. You have to have a growth mindset. Growth mindset means that you understand that in order for things to grow, things have to change. It doesn't have to be what it always is. Things are always changing, revolving, transforming. You have to understand that, and you have to accept that with your life. This is who I am, but I can always be better. So shifting your mindset. You're shifting your mindset from fear to faith. No more I'm fearful, but guess what? I have faith. I believe this. You're shifting your mindset from doubt to confidence. You're going to stop doubting, but you're going to have confidence. Why? Because like I said, you have everything you need within you. You have everything you need within you, because if you desire to become such and such, whatever it is that you're desiring, that you're working on, that you're trying to obtain, you have it in you. You have it in you. Some of it, the skills, the gifting may be lying dormant, but it's there. And all you need is that right person to open up your eyesight, to open up, you have that aha moment like, oh, what? Oh my goodness. And guess what? It is going to start flourishing. You have everything you need within you. So you need to shift your mindset from doubt to confidence. And then you need to shift your mindset from excuses to responsibility. No more excuses. No more excuses. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. Next one, preparing for the new you. You have to build new habits. Build new habits. Consistency over intensity. Consistency over intensity. And then when I said that, I'm helping out my visual learners when I gave examples, y'all. As soon as I said that, what I thought of is, I can't think of the man's name. Terry Crew. Terry Crew. The man is always intense. But I'm thinking about when he be working out and he always, he's going all crazy when he works out. That's intensity. You don't need the intensity. You just need to be consistent with whatever you are doing. That intensity going to wear you out, because he wear me out just looking at him half the time when he all high. But that's what came to mind. Building new habits. Consistency over intensity. Be consistent, meaning you're becoming disciplined. You're doing things on a routine. Like, for example, me with walking, I am becoming consistent. Second week walking, I missed a day this week, but guess what? I am still doing it. I'm still reaching for my goal 3 times a week. So be consistent over the intensity. Next one, discipline over motivation. Discipline over motivation. Once again, you have to be disciplined. The more consistent you are with things, the more disciplined you become. And then you won't need to be motivated all the time. Motivation gets you but so far. So for example, that's like, yeah, come on, you can do it, 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 you can do it. Come on, yes. Oh my goodness, look at you. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That only gets you but so far. Because once you're disciplined, guess what? You don't need that motivation. You're doing it for you. The win is inside here. It's like, yep, I did that. Yes. Motivation is great, but it gets you but so far. Because once that motivation stops, guess what happens to you? You stop. But if you are disciplined, you're going to continue to keep going regardless of who is motivating, regardless of who is looking at you. This is something that you want. You were consistent with it. Now you're disciplined. You have built it up. It has become a habit. It's there. So build new habits. Consistency over intensity. Discipline over motivation. And then the next one, preparing for the new you, set clear intentions. Set clear intentions. What do you want your life to look like? Set it up, write it out, make it plain. Vision for your life. What do you want it to look like? Next one. What actions support that vision? What actions support that vision? What are you doing to support what it is that you want? What are you doing to support what it is that you want? Set the clear expectations. Make it plain. Make it plain. Set it, make it plain. Write out your action steps for it. And then begin to work on it. That is what you have to do in order to prepare for the new you. And remember, you are a work in progress. You are a work in progress. Next one, surround yourself with growth. This is something that you have to do to prepare for the new year. Surround yourself with growth. So once again, the people, surround yourself with growth. The environment, surround yourself with growth. The content that elevates you, surround yourself with growth. So for example, if you are a reader, in the past you might have been reading, I don't know, fairy tales, fantasies. Now you're desiring more for your life. So guess what? You are moving away from the fantasies and you're moving more to the self-help books, the guiding books, the books that are going to help to push you forward. So your reading has changed because you're not living in that fantasy world anymore. Now you're walking in your reality. So now you realize that I need something that's going to push me forward, something that's going to continue to shift me. So my reading habits have to change. Environments, the places that you go. I'm not even going to expound on that, or the people. You already know. So surround yourself with growth, y'all. Just read. So evaluate the people, evaluate the environment, evaluate the content. It is something that's helping to push you forward. It's either a yes or a no. It's either a yes or a no. And once you figure it out, you know what you need to do. Set those boundaries, set those boundaries, set those boundaries. Now, preparation determines how well you step into your next season. Preparation determines how well you step into your next season. And I said that this week during one of my walks. I told you have to learn to prepare, planning and preparation. So preparation determines how well you step into your next season, because you already know this is who I am becoming. This is what I'm working towards. These are the things that I want for myself. What am I doing? How am I planning for this? How am I preparing for this? What am I doing? What am I putting in place? What am I moving out of the way? What am I releasing? What am I seeking after? What are my goals going to be? How am I going to accomplish these goals? It seemed like a lot, but this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. Now the question, self-check time, self-check time. Are you ready? Are you truly ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? Okay. Ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself these questions. Am I willing to change my habits? Am I ready to let go of what's comfortable? Am I open to learning and growing? Am I ready to be consistent even when it's hard? Am I willing to trust the process? Ask yourself those questions. I'm going to say it one more time. Am I willing to change my habits? Am I ready to let go of what's comfortable? Am I open to learning and growing? Am I ready to be consistent even when it's hard? And am I willing to trust the process? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And if your answers are yes to all of those questions, guess what? You're ready to go. If you have some no's inside of there, you need to look at the question, figure out why your answer is no. Figure out why your answer is no and work on it, because we all need to be ready to move on to our next chapter in our life. We all need to be ready to move forward. Now, readiness is not a feeling. It's not a feeling, it's a decision. So the question is, what decision have you made for yourself? Because once you decide, that's all it takes. Guess what? I decided I'm ready. So guess what? Since you decided that you're ready, you're going to change your habits. Since you decided that you're ready, you're going to let go of those things that are comfortable. Since you decided that you are ready, you're open to learning and growing. Since you decided that you're ready, you're going to be consistent even when it's hard. Since you decided that you're ready, you are willing to trust the process. So now my question is, what did you decide? What did you decide? Are you ready? Now, you don't become ready. You decide that you're ready. So hopefully, I hope that you have decided that you are ready. Now, the life that you've been hoping for is waiting for you. It is waiting for you. But in order for it to come, you have to be willing to grow, to stretch, and to step forward. You have to be willing to grow, step forward, and stretch. Now, I'm going to leave you with these final declarations. I'm going to leave you with these final declarations. I am ready for growth. Why? Because you decided it. I am ready for change. Why? Because you decided it. I release who I used to be. Guess what? You decided that too. I embrace who I am becoming. You decided it. And I am stepping into the new me with confidence and purpose. Why? Because you decided it. So once again, I'm going to read it again, but this time without my add-ons. I am ready for growth. I am ready for change. I release who I used to be. I embrace who I am becoming. I am stepping into the new me with confidence and purpose. So on today, I hope you all have decided that you are going to move forward. I hope you all decided that you are ready for this transformation, this change, this growth to come. And I hope that you all are going to implement some different steps on this week that is going to help you. You're going to change some of those old habits. You're going to let some things that were comfortable go. You're going to be open to learning and growing. You're going to be consistent even when it's hard. And you are willing to trust the process. So if you have decided that you are ready, for those who are on social media, drop it in the chat. I am ready. I am ready. And if you are on WMEG, guess what? I just want you to say it out loud. I'm ready. Just say, I am ready. I'm ready to move forward. I am ready for the change. I am ready. Once again, I am Jacqueline Jobes, your empowerment strategist. Thank you for tuning in to Empowering Others to Excel. I want to thank once again my WMEG radio listeners. I want to thank YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for those who tuned in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to partner with Empowering Others to Excel to help these sessions continue to be free to you all, feel free to do so. You can use CashApp EOE Change Agent, CashApp EOE Change Agent. It's a $, EOE Change Agent. Or you can also reach out to me via my email, which is jacquelinejobes@eoechangeagent.com. jacquelinejobes@eoechangeagent.com. If you would like to have a personal session, you can always contact me through that email. Feel free to visit my website, www.eoechangeagent.com. www.eoechangeagent.com. Once again, I thank you for tuning in with me on today. I will see you next week. I will see you next week at 9 o'clock. Coming up next is the pros and cons of human nature with your host, Nikki, for those who are on WMEG. So stay tuned. Until next time, you all be blessed.